Black metal hails, and this time we go to France with this band Corpus Diavolis. I guess in a way this is devilish name for Corpus Christi, the body of Christ, so I guess this makes it the body of the devil. Well, roughly give or take. And the album name you can pretty much see on the screen, Apocatastase. This is from France and it's the fourth album by the given band. It was released late 2021 and this is indeed a little bit late to the review as most albums coming this year here on Rauta, but it is what it is with the queue, and of course the saying is music never gets old. This comes once again like typical Ladlow packaging in a very very cool packaging. As you can see, there is nice so yeah, this looks fancy. And everything here is just pure atmosphere. Starting from the cover image, where you can pretty much this devil, flying around, and people are like, I know what the hell is going on. Oh, jokes aside, just saying this is some classical art style here, and of course it's good. And as you can see, this is mentioning Satan, so it's not your typical, okay, let's just make nice metal music, black metal, but with not those occult or spiritual satanic topics. Like, fuck it, let's do it properly, and let's just say that this is not music for your regular listening to. Well, that is unless you're a black metal fanatic, in which case you can just pretty much put it on while you're making your morning coffee and all that stuff. I mean, I do that, and I'm very, very happy and content with this kind of quality when it comes to stuff. The question is, however, how about the music? Let's take a look on Metal Archives while I'll guide you a little bit through of this fourth album. So as you can maybe see, this band was founded in 2008, and for some reason this is still labeled as black death metal on Metal Archives. However, with the previous album At Lumen in 2017 as well as this one, can't really say the death metal presence is so much right there. Comes with some 45 minutes of music and only 6 songs. It's kind of a given that these are not exactly short and sweet tracks, but more on the side of atmospheric black metal. That is, some of these structures are actually expanding a little bit too much, and I'll try to elaborate on that why. Let's start with the positive things. This album is as dark as it comes. It has this kind of a sinister vibe to it, and it's just like pouring some darkness and blackness all over you. And if not, it's not making you uncomfortable. You're right in the right room. Thing here is, however, where this band succeeds in making this very dark and kind of ominous and feeling, the lack of some of the riffs is just like mind-baffling. I mean, there are lots of times when this album is really nailing it. It's fast or slow, doesn't really matter, but it has this kind of intensity. It goes even more intense level when we speed up with the rather fast black metal parts. And that's where the band really showcases the best of the things they have up in their sleeves. So there are lots of good things happening on this album. And it's really cool when they just kind of go this intensity when blast beats and all that stuff comes into play. It's more like crushing with the sheer weight of darkness. That's something that I like. However, for every possible good riff on this album, there is at least one, maybe even 2, somewhat lukewarm parts. It's almost as the band tries to put stop into these good ones and like throw in some curveballs. Okay, what about these rather avant-garde-ish riffs? What about these kind of a dissonant ones? What about these parts where we don't have cool riffs? Let's just add some guitar layers and like, and it's like, okay, I kind of got to the point, but why do you have so many of them? So it's like a constant battle between, for the lack of better metaphor, light and dark. And none of them are winning. It's like an arm wrestling contest. So good riffs versus the bad ones. The really good stuff versus the lukewarm ones. And neither is winning. This album ain't outright good, nor it's outright boring. Actually, there are no super weak ones. The weakest ones are the ones that you just make like we can live with them, but we don't enjoy them. So you kind of have to wait for them to pass, and then you can once again enjoy one of the better ones. So overall, this is a kind of a tricky. It's like one of those seesaw things. Not exactly, weighing in for the bad, not exactly for the good. So it's right there in the middle. Very listenable, but unfortunately somewhat forgettable. So the intensity and the amount of good riffs don't really outweigh the amount of the lukewarm parts, the mediocrity, which is just right there. However, I still want to say, give this one a go. Because the atmosphere is so good and the intensity with the faster parts, I mean, they are at least worth giving a try for this album. I still say the previous albums was a tad bit better, so in case you kind of got interested in the band but you're not really sure which way to go, I would say take the 2017 album instead of this one. But if you already have it, of course you're kind of bound to listen to this one as well. So, been out for a year now. Take a listen, and I hope you enjoy it. Should you yearn for a physical copy, this is the kind of a format you probably want to go. Of course, out to Lablo, Les Acteurs, Les Productions, and that. Thanks for watching the review. Should you have comments or questions, put them on the comments box below, and I'll get back to you. See you with more reviews coming your way. Bye.